Hi guys, it's Lindsay. Today's video I'm going to share our homeschool update with you guys for my first grader. If you guys missed my other video, I did a homeschool update for our first month for my third grader. So today I'm going to be doing it for my first grader. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I would love for you guys to join my family here at Momma Schmooze Homeschool Reviews. If you're new, thank you so much for supporting my channel and chatting with me. I love the community here. It's so fun, and these videos are just to kind of share with you guys our journey and what's been working for us and what's not working for us. And I just really love just sharing what we're doing and documenting it so that I could see it, when I get older, and I'm learning along the way just like you guys are. But I want to share some of the things that we have done for my son's first grade year. So I'm going to jump right into it. I'm going to get into the thing that has been working for us right now. We are doing our math BJU on this clipboard. So this is the clipboard that I wanted to show you guys. I have for my son. So we have all of his pencils in here, and he clips on his work. Well, I clip on his work for the week, for the day, and for the week I have it inside of here. And then I also have like his notebook that he can do his writing on when I do handwriting with him if he wants to do it in a notebook. So it's all here, and in the back there's a little hole so you can hang it up on the wall. I just keep it in his drawer or his cabinet bookshelf, and that's how I use it. So that is the first thing that we started using this year instead of a latchmate. The latchmates are awesome, but I was really kind of pulling out all of his work for him, and it was just, I was doing way too much work. So this organizes it a lot better, and it's great that it has a place to store pencils and the rest of his work for the week inside here with his notebook. And like literally it could be taken anywhere. I love it. I just definitely recommend it for you guys. So I'm going to share with you guys, I have all of the stuff over here. So I'm going to share with you guys what we've been doing so far. I use this book for his reading, and I've mentioned this probably in a lot of my videos, but it's really good. I mean, I've used it for my daughter who's reading really well, and I'm using it for him, and we're like right there about, I would say, almost halfway through. So we'll see. We're just doing it one page at a time. I tried doing 2 pages starting this year, but it was like a little too much for him. I wanted to like ease into it, and so far we've just been reading at least 1 page. A couple days, I'm going to say we have read more than 1 because he wanted to finish the chapter. So it depends on, the way he's feeling that day. So some days we just do 1 page, and then other days we do 2. I'll give you an example. This is what it looks like. So some days we might do 1 page, some days we might be doing 2 pages. I really love the reading lesson, and it's really practical. It's very open and go, and it works for me. Also, another resource we use that I've showed in my curriculum for him is called Fun Tales. This is a collection of books that have like animal facts on the back of the book, and they have these little short stories, kind of like Bob books. They're very small, and this is what it looks like. It's very thin. It's a very small book. This is the 9th book, and they have little short like sentences in it, and I like to rotate and make things more interesting and change things out a bit. So we use the fun tales, I use the reading lesson book, and I use the Starfall Learn to Read. Now I put this down on my Amazon link, and a lot of you guys have enjoyed it. You've clicked on the link and you purchased it, so I highly recommend this. It's very colorful. There's 15 books, so there's like different levels. We're in the middle. We're like over here somewhere. But I like to, just get some different books. They probably have really good books out there. I went to Barnes & Noble's the other day, and they had Paw Patrol, and they have all of the character ones, but these are the ones that we already have. So I'm going to just use what we have. I thought about buying the Paw Patrol ones, but we already have these books, and we'll probably use them for the next few months when he gets really, more confident in reading. And then this is definitely something that you can just have on its own. I just choose to add readers to it to make it a little more interesting. So he's been using it, and he's been enjoying it. He has his good days and his bad days, but sometimes he feels like reading those things, sometimes he doesn't, but that's why I like to mix things up a little bit. So some days it's like he's just not feeling it, and I can tell. So I'll say, you want to read a reader, and I'll like take 2 readers and put them behind my back, and then he'll pick which one. We'll make a game out of it, try to make it fun. And we have been using a new like behavioral reward system, and I bought those little animal erasers that I showed in a haul, And so when he is having a good day at school and his attitude is good, he gets a star at the end of the day. So once he has 5 stars, he can get a little animal eraser at the end of the week. And that's been working really well as far as his attitude towards reading. Some days, like, let me be honest with you, he's not feeling it. But he knows that if he's good that day, he'll go through it and he'll read it and be obedient, and then he'll get his star. So a little bit of an incentive to help him out. He's a new first grader, so I don't expect like so much out of him, but I also want him to know that, you know, it's school time and that we need to, you know, start learning. And yeah, so that's what I do with our phonics. I really try to make it fun and cuddle up with him on the couch and make it like a fun time with him. It's a very short lesson. I really try to do the Charlotte Mason approach where it's a short lesson, and he's only 6 years old, so he doesn't have time to sit down for a long time. So every lesson that we have is really 10 to 15 minutes. Unless I see that he wants to do it a little bit longer, I'll do it with him. This is another phonics sort of program that we use that I talk about all the time here on my channel. I love Explode the Code. I've been using Explode the Code with both my kids since preschool. So they have A, B, and C. They have 1 through 8. And these are just the half ones. I wanted to get him 1.5 last year because he went through it pretty quickly, and I didn't want to go to the second one because he wasn't reading that well to go to the second one. So we are doing this, and he's almost done, and so we'll go to 2. I have that for him. So we really like Explode the Code. It is a phonics review and reinforcement, and so it's really, really good for him. And I do it with him. I actually sit with him and I do it with him, and he likes it a lot. There are a few pages in the lessons that he could do on his own, like matching the words, like that's easy, but the other things we do together. And then I still have his handwriting from last year, which is level 1 handwriting. He did half of the handwriting already in the page, and then so he has 50 more pages to do. So I just let him do it at his own pace. He does it probably a few times a week, and that's what we do as far as his phonics and his handwriting. As far as his math goes and how it's been going, we've been using BJU Math 1, and I have these like marked up for each quarter. And so I kind of marked out how many pages I want to do for each 9 weeks, and I have them all in this clipboard. I have the full week in this clipboard, and then the whole quarter I store in a binder, like a flexible 5-star binder that I have. I put all of his first quarter in there, so it's all ready to go, and all I have to do is, you know, put it in every week, and it makes things really, really smooth, and I don't have to, you know, work ahead and just try to organize things as I go. It's all done for me for the first quarter, and then when the next quarter starts, I will pull all those sheets out and put it in the binder, and then just every week I just replace the week's worth of math. So we've been using Math BJU 1, and we really, really enjoy it. This is what my daughter used. We used it for K5 for him last year. This year my daughter used it for 2nd grade. Now she's using 3rd grade. So we really enjoy Bob Jones University a lot. These are the things that I have not, like I haven't used the primary journal as much as I thought, because I got him a notebook, so we're writing that. But these pages are a lot easier to probably write on for his handwriting. So I'm going to use this more because it's really fun. They could draw a picture and then he can write like a little sentence or a couple words. And what I usually do is just ask him, like in his notebook, what I did with him is I said, what do you want to write about? He likes monster trucks, he likes cars, so I'll write the word monster truck down, and then I'll have him rewrite it in his own like good handwriting. And then I said, then I like have a little square that I make, which I probably could have done in here, and he draws a little monster truck. So we just do fun things like that. Sometimes we'll do things on the chalkboard or a dry erase board. I try to make things like different and new and not the same thing over and over again. He gets really bored with doing that. So this is definitely a good little investment on Amazon that I got for a few bucks. It wasn't that expensive, and it's a really nice journal. So once he starts getting into writing a little more, which I would probably say would be in the middle of the year. I mean, I remember my daughter in 1st grade, she didn't write a whole lot, so I might just write a few sentences and have him do like copy work on it, and then he can draw something. And then this is the My Calendar book that I got for him. He's still using his calendar book from Costa Rica. My son got it from my husband's coworker, she actually takes photography in Costa Rica. So we're using that one, and he just uses it as a calendar, and he marks off the dates, and we talk about when's Monday, when's Tuesday, what's yesterday, what's today, just those type of things. But this one, we actually did the All About Me section in, and then every month there's like a calendar where it's tracking, like if it's snowing, if it's raining, the temperature we did for the month of August. And so as you can see, we didn't do all the temperatures. We started in the middle of August, so he put down like 88 degrees, it was 90 degrees one day, so it's fun to track the weather. And so there's lots of things to track, like they track their clothes and what they're wearing, depending upon the season. So this is fun. This was from Christian Light Publications, and I think I got this on Rainbow Resource. This was really inexpensive, and it's a fun little book, and it's not dated, so you can write in whatever dates. And so we're keeping it really simple. I'm just trying to figure out, you know, his style, what he likes to do. I like to switch things around. Like I said, he gets really bored and really stubborn sometimes with what he wants to do and what he chooses to do. So I like to just keep things fun. I like to add manipulatives to it. I use like pretzels and chocolate chips, and we, you know, use his toys to count. We like to use the Abacus, which I will share with you guys. We've been using the Abacus with some of his, I forgot to mention, with the BJU. So this is a Melissa and Doug Abacus, and I will link this down below, but we have used the Abacus forever. You can do patterns on here. You can do skip counting. It's very good for introductory multiplication. You can do colors. You can do adding and subtracting. There's a lot of things you could do. We skip count to 100 by 2s, by 5s, by 10s, by hundreds. Not by hundreds, by tens. So we really like the Abacus. So that is something that I like to do additional to BJU. Like if we're doing something like this, for instance, we did the Abacus where there's 3 red, so he would put 3 red beads and 2 red beads, and he can count that, or he can use this worksheet. So just to make things a little more fun, I really need to remind myself that he's in first grade, and I need to use as much manipulatives and hands-on things as I can, because I know that is how he likes to learn. We're happier when we're using our hands, and that's like the name of my school. I call it Hands-On Academy. So I have to remind myself that, you know, we're still, you know, in the younger years where we can make things really more hands-on. And whenever we make things more hands-on in our homeschool, I think him and I are both a lot more happier. So we also are using the Song School Spanish, and he is just doing it along with us. He's not super into it. He says he's not, but he actually has been learning a lot of the songs by CD. But so he just traces some of the Spanish words, and I don't make him do all of the other activities right now because we just started, and it seems like he does not want to do it with us, but I know like secretly he like loves watching the DVDs, and his sister's really into it. And this is such a good program. It's an open and go program where there's a CD that you can listen to learn all the vocabulary, and then we actually stream the videos online on the library account that I have, or you can buy the DVD, like the physical DVD, and we watch it. It's just like a really short session. A first grader can do it, a third grader can do it. It's really awesome, and there's no prep work for you as the parent. We do Song School Spanish 2 times out of the week, and so the first time I do it, we listen to the DVD, the teacher actually talking about the new words, we do the CD, and then we work in the workbook. Whatever they don't finish, we will work on the second day in the week. And then on the second day of the week, we just review all of the things that we learned. So we just do it 2 times out of the week. And if my kids want to listen to the CD in the car or at the house, they've been doing that. And like I said, he said he's not into it, but he really is. He likes it, I think, a lot, and he's listening to the songs with his sister, and he is learning to pronounce the words properly. So it's really cool. So I think it would work for somebody that might not like, you know, be into it as much like as my son. I think it'll work for a child that is maybe a little reluctant to wanting to learn. It is definitely a fun program. And I like grouping it together with both my kids. That's why I bought it, because he's in first grade and she's in third, and I wanted something that they could do together. This is also another thing that I am doing with him. He is not, you know, I'm not making him do history because he's a first grader, but he is, you know, a part of our family. My daughter's in third grade, so we have been listening to Story of the World, not by listening through it through book, but we were doing it audio last year and the year before. So it took us 2 years to do the first volume, Ancient Civilization. And so this year I wanted to read it out loud to them. So we only do it 2 days out of the week. So he sits at the table and does the coloring page and the activity book. And when he's done, and he goes and he plays. And then if he wants to do the map work, he can. The map work is more for my daughter, but he likes to color some of the pages while I'm reading. And then that's it. He just goes and he plays, and then he listens to me finish reading. And then I ask him some questions just so I, can see if he's listened to it. And so that is what I do with history for him. He's just along for the ride with a lot of our group subjects that we do. So that is what he has been up to for the first month. Like I usually do, we do morning baskets. So I do read a devotional, and he's a part of that. We do it during breakfast, and we'll read poetry. So he loves his poetry tea time. So if you guys think that poetry tea time is just for girls, it's not. Boys love poetry tea time. He loves the treats, and he loves having his tea. And he loves just like being silly and listening to fun, awesome poetry that we have. We have a little collection of books that we love to read, and they have their favorites that we read all the time. And they try to memorize it and finish the sentences when I read it. So if you are looking for some fun things to do, poetry tea time is really, really a fun way to start off your homeschool or to end your homeschool on a Friday. But this is just some of the stuff that we've been doing. I'm just really easing into our year and trying to get phonics down for him and having him read more. And he really enjoys math. So that is a focus for my son's first grade year at the beginning. And then maybe we'll dive into some other things in the middle of the year. But right now we're just sticking to trying to get him really loving to read. So that is my update for my first grader. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have missed my third grader daughter's update, I will link it down below for you guys to watch. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys have any suggestions of videos you want to see, let me know in the comments, or you can private message me. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.